You guys liked the first video, and I like getting views, so here's the sequel, The Worst Types of Brawlhalla Players Volume 2. Before I continue, I want to respond to some of the comments I got on the previous video. Our first one is from Brent Hall, and he said, "If you can't beat someone who's running for a weapon, then you need to get good. You need to get a better name. Your mother had 9 months to figure out something, and she settled with Brent? I'm sorry for you. Matter of fact, I'm sorry for her." Our next comment comes from First Name. As you can tell by his blank profile picture, he's a creative guy. He says, "I would destroy you," and he has a little devil emoji. "Instead of worrying about me, you should destroy some pussy." Our last one we're looking at is from Quacky LOL. He says, "I bought the salty emote just for fun. I don't care if I'm not cool. I'm not trying to be. And why would someone delete the game when they just spent money on it?" Now, he's referencing this part in the last video. If you're a person who unironically paid money for this taunt, then uninstall your game. I promise you're not cool. Nor does anybody like you. If you can't tell by my deadpan voice right now, I was joking. Speaking of jokes, you have LOL in your name. I bet you make some pretty funny content yourself. Let's see. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do this anymore, Chief. Number 1, Scythe players. Scythe players come in 2 forms. Either they're really good or they're really fucking awful. There's no in between. Here we have a replay between myself and a racist. Why is that Mordex a racist? Well, we'll come back to that later. After realizing he's not gonna beat me unarmed, he quickly goes for a weapon. Now you see I like this because now I know his mindset. If you know his mindset, then you know his playstyle. By him doing that just then, now I know he a bitch. He grabs the scythe and then tries to hit me 3 times. Uno, dos, 3. After the 3rd time fails, he tosses away the scythe and switches to a new weapon. But he goes back to scythe when I'm on red health for a side sig. And this happened at almost every point during the match. And it is fucking funny. Mainly because the scythe itself is one of the only weapons in the game that has active inputs. So in theory, he had every single tool he needed to pull my shit. But alas, that did not happen. Instead, this did. And because that happened, this happened. Yeah, I'm not saying that all Scythe players are racist, but all Scythe players are racist. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys what a good Scythe player looks like. Oh right, I don't have any footage because I didn't fight any good Scythe players. Number 2, Sneakers. Sneakers have no self-confidence, or hygiene. Whenever I'm playing ranked 2v2s, I'm always killed by the person I'm not fighting. And it pisses me off. Yeah, I get it, it's ranked, we're on a small stage, and you're gonna do what it takes to win. But god damn! Why come over towards me when there's a grown-ass man trying to fight you? And the same goes vice versa for my teammate. In a lot of the cases, this is the only time they'll take stocks off you.
He's crying because he sucks at the game. I don't have a problem with any of these, therefore they aren't real problems. Stop bitching. JIT.
Hey, it's me, Alpha. I just want to respond to that comment real quick. Firstly, just because you don't have a problem with something doesn't mean everyone else is okay with it. And if you so far disagree with anything I had to say in the video, before you type your little comments, I just want to make this clear. From the bottom of my heart, I don't give a fuck. It's that time once again, folks, for some honorable mentions. Jaeyoon players. All Jaeyoon players lack mental health. That's because all they know how to do is either spam the up sig with the great sword or the side sig with the great sword. It's the same thing every single time. Our next one we're going to mention are the people that like camping on the side of the stage. You see, I don't get that. Like, you guys do understand we're not going over there. So why do you still do it? Our last mention is for the people that type easy in the chat after just barely winning the match. Yeah, I get it, you're trolling and whatever, haha, but like, I sincerely think you guys grew up in a toxic household. And finally, for number 1, Starvers. Now, I realize that a lot of you may be confused by my terminology, and what I'm referring to are the people who try to attempt the same move over and over again until they hit you. I call them Starvers in reference to a quote by a famous man in American history, Denzel Washington. Here we have another Mordex. I wonder what he's going to call me at the end of the match. As you guys can see, I'm on my final stock on red health, completely defenseless, and he wants me dead. You can tell he's hungry for my last stock, so much so he's starting to panic.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir. Here's another instance of that happening with the Cassidy. He does the exact same sig back to back to back just to kill me. All to still end up losing the match. You gotta love it. Now I don't have a final joke to end off the video with like I did last time, so I'm just gonna say this. Everything that I said in the video is in my opinion. Actually, fuck that. Everything that I said in the video is completely facts. If you don't agree, then you're just wrong. No, I'm kidding. Actually, no, I'm not. Give the video a thumbs up. Bye.